X11 here, and we are going to try out Pyre, a game I'm very excited for because I love Supergiant Games, who made Bastion and Transistor. And the main reason I got into these guys that I cared is because of this guy right here, Greg Savin, who was my favorite reviewer when he was at GameSpot. And I don't know, he's just my favorite internet video game guy like ever. I just loved him. He did that like 24 hours or 12 straight hours of Oblivion, I think it was 12 hours. He did some other things like that. I don't know, he just always been my favorite. So once he left GameSpot, I was like, oh man, but then I heard he started a company, or he, with everybody else, I assume, and Supergiant Games, and Bastion was really good, and Transistor was really good, and this game seems very odd. It's almost like a sport game in a way. I don't know, let's see what happens. I really don't know much about it, but if they make it, I buy it, so. Alright, so the art style is already awesome. And, I don't know how long this game is. I can only assume it's got some RPG elements. But I did hear that it does seem, or I guess it is kind of a, there's rights or something that almost is like a sporting event that you deal with, so. Alright, your days in the downside brought slow, lonesome agony. Now, as you lie yielding to the elements, something rumbles into view. 3 shapes emerge, each clad in a strange attire. How do I continue here? Up here? I can't continue the game, so we're gonna end here. Seriously, what do I gotta do? Oh, is it over here? Okay. Oh, interact to press square anywhere to continue. Alright, your days in the downside. Oh, this is cool. I like when they do this. It reminds me of Piv's Fraternity. A vast purgatory in which the Commonwealth casts its convicts and enemies. None have been known to return from the Forsaken Land. Alright. So they give you lore within the text, which is really nice. Masked woman. Another piece of filth expelled from the Commonwealth. A proud country risen from the ashes of a fallen empire, home to a multitude of ethnic groups. Founded on principles of mercy and kinship, whose exact meanings evolved through many centuries. See, right on schedule. What did I tell you? You told us we would find someone alive. Someday. I said we'd find someone alive someday. Just not today, I guess. But don't be glum. You know I see you frowning underneath that mask. Looks like she's breathing. The masked wanderers presume you are female. Interact to change this. Huh. Looks like he's breathing. Oh, that's kind of... looks like they're breathing. The masked wanderers presume nothing about your gender. Oh, that's interesting. Let's do a he. It seems he still is. Then I stand aside. I shall send him to a better place. He's a he? Can you people just tell? Hang on, the markings on his rags. I think he's one of them. But look at him. He is beyond our help, and we are beyond his. Broken, shaken, starving, probably diseased. Yeah, good luck with that there, chum. See you back at the wagon. Indeed, the day grows dim. You have at best an hour. Understood. I won't be long. After the others leave, the man turns toward you and begins unfastening his mask. Ah, okay. Hello, my friend. Don't care who you are or what you did. None of that matters anymore. All of us, we're equal. Nothing's here. You are parched and he gives you a drink. You ache and he binds your wounds. You hunger and he gives you food. Little by little it helps. There, turns out you're tougher than you look. Name's Hedwin. Now, come on. Alright, I love this art already. It's just freaking awesome. He's one of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life in the downside. He says no ill intent as he helps you up and leads you to an old black wagon, nothing like the stately vessels that paraded Commonwealth criminals through alabaster streets. Headwinds beckons you to enter the black wagon. Oh, this is awesome. The weather-beaten wagon is as much a mess inside as out. You see the masked woman and the talkative creature taking stock of ancient-looking books. I'm back. And with a guest. She loosens the clasp on her mask. You may call me Jodario. Jodario? Jodario. She is the most imposing of the three masked wanderers who found you clinging to life. And as for myself, the small one struggles with his mask. Jodario soon assists him. What? Ow! That is to say, you may regard me by the name of Rookie Greentail. He's the smallest yet loudest of the three masked wanderers who find you clinging to life. Such pleasantries out of the way, the horned woman then motions to the others. She glances at you sidelong as she speaks. Can he do it? Hope so. I haven't asked him yet. What? Then what are we waiting for? Hey, chum. Nice meeting you and all, but tell me something. You know how to read or what? He's asking you if you are a reader. One who could derive meaning from text. Literacy has been prohibited for centuries. Those with knowledge of the old ways violate the law of the land. Over time you managed to learn something of the old ways. No one in his right mind would dare violate the law of the land. Well, I'm already in this place, so we might as well say we can read. You confirm their suspicions. There is no use trying to hide it now. Well then, glory days, because it just so happens my associates and we got ourselves some nice material here for someone just like you. Reader, you still live thanks to us. We ask for something modest in exchange. Open one of those books back there and tell us what it says. Sorry to put you on the spot like this, my friend. The exiles indicate the books in their possession. So there's quite a few books. Oh, this is really cool, man. I love it. Intricate sigil. I can never remember if it's sigil or sigil or sigil. I don't know. A symbol of this. I'm gonna look it up. That's what dictionary.com is for, just so I know. Because I always say it like 3 different ways. And it bothers me that I never say it. I don't think I ever say it properly. And even if I look it up, I'm still gonna say it wrong. Sigil. Sigil. Alright. Intricate sigil. A symbol of the sort is set on the wagon's floorboards. You cannot sense its purpose. Beyond lies the boundless downside. Even if you could run, you would not get far. Lone minstrel. A figure sits very still in the corner of the wagon. Now is not the time to check on him. Old raiments, robes, and masks adorn the walls. Closed door. The black wagon's common room must be back there. Rickety ladder leads you to the wagon's centrifuge, judging by the gibbering creatures up there. Hungry-looking creatures roost near some sort of attic. Alright, let's look at the book. One of several such heavy, ominous volumes. The exiles you meet seem very interested in them. You pick up one of the old and heavy volumes bound in materials you do not recognize. Okay, that is awesome. Forward, a formal welcome undersigned by the 8 scribes. You, dear reader, are an exile of the downside, such as we, the 8 who wrote the Book of Rights. That you possess it and have capacity to glean its words, is testament enough to your potential. Thus we reveal a path from this forsaken place to freedom, a homecoming in glory. The stars themselves shall be your guide. Ere the turn of the year's first solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of the 8 as they align as shown. Arrive as a triumvirate clad in the raiments of the rites, bearing this book. Oblige the voice that tells you more. I read it like this. I could have just hit triangle, hit this, and read it. Okay, well, I like reading it like that. So what we got here? We got stars. So the stars shall be your guide. The turning of the first year solstice, seek the nearest longitude beneath the brightest of the 8, as the line is shown. Interesting. The book describes a complicated method through which exiles can return to the Commonwealth. Their words swim through your mind as headwind gets your attention.
Chi sentirna?
Well, friend, what does it say? But then your vision starts to fade and blur. You feel your body weaken and give out. Uh-oh. Well, so far the art style is awesome.
Reader! Dare you tamper with forbidden knowledge? So soon after your sentence into exile. 'Tis true what the book says. You can be free again. Perhaps not you yourself, but someone worthy of the privilege. You witness now the path toward salvation. You witness the rites, the one way to return to glory. Though in your case, I hardly think it possible. Yet, by the grace of the scribes, it is my duty to inform you anyhow.
Allo sei.
It worked.
Loricata.
So it is true.
Oh my.
Yeah, but what now? And where'd the reader go?
Peretusta.
He should be out there still. For now, we have to put our faith in him.
Barosta.
He could abandon us.
Ratana.
He won't. You look upon the three of them from beyond as Headwind then calls out to you.
Avviera se.
Rita, we aim to free ourselves. We will not grow old and die in the downside. And now, I swear to you, when we get out of here, you're going to come with us. But first, we need your help. Show us the way. Freedom. You focus all your mental faculties to do as Headwind asks.
Exiles conduct the rites as a triumvirate, for they must prove their trust in one another, not just in themselves.
Alright, press X to pass the orb.
The three must act as one. Now plunge into the pyre with the orb and be purified. Yes, the exile Rookie has the way of it. Whoever steps into the flame is banished for a time. His or her cohorts must make do on their own. Oh, but it is not so simple. In the rites you shall face adversaries whose own freedom is at stake. Beware the aura that surrounds them, as they shall beware yours.
Namaina.
The aura is your wrongdoing. Accept it as a part of you. Cast your aura like a stone. Go on. Correctly done. Again. Just so. A glorious performance, I admit. More than I expected from the likes of you. Grasp the orb once more. The orb absorbs the aura, then the orb quenches the flame. Now I say jump. Leap with all your strength. Thus sails the orb into the waiting flame.
Just tripped out.
Now snuff out the adversary's pyre whilst yours yet burns.
Oh, dang it.
Ah.
So this guy's like, okay, so this guy's basically the tank of the group. And he's our speedster.
Exactly by the book. Another banishment.
How was it to pass again?
Oh,
I'm in trouble. Oh, I can, okay, move a little bit.
magnificent. Now, take it.
How do I banish? Oh, it's circle. It says to banish the adversary's pyre with circle, so I think I'm gonna kind of do this. Oh shit, or not.
For the night wings.
So I gotta do that on all three of them.
So fiercely fought. Sublime.
Oh, X's pass, circles fling. That's what I was doing wrong. Oh, jump over you, bitch!
The rite is complete. There, dear reader. Now you understand. Or do you? This was but a glimpse of that which lies ahead. I would tell you to turn back, cast down your hope. But all those such as you never listen.
I kept hitting circle to pass, but it was X to pass. Circle, you hold it down and kind of fling it. So you can throw a farther pass, kind of throw it where you want, I guess. The others are still picking themselves up as you awaken. Well, that was something. That was our way out. So now we just follow the stars, or what? Supposedly. Reader, come, let us regard the night. Sodario leads you outside, where a clear sky awaits. Now, show us, before the howlers catch our scent, where shall the rites commence? An ancient ritual competition through which the worthiest exiles regain their freedom. The 8 scribes gave their freedom so that we may yet have ours. Prayer from the Book of Rites. You gaze at the stars, seek out your destination. Okay. There's the Olden Star. Geminian, the Olden Star. So there's 8, right? Gold, the South Star. The South Star burns bright over a massive ridge of stone much farther than the naked eye can see. Interact to determine the location of the next right. Okay. Hmm, 200 leagues due east, the Ridge of Goal. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The fossil remains of the serpent titan slain by Golathinian loom yet over those living in his shadow.
Concilia.
Great, and we're supposed to be there when exactly? Very soon, according to the stars. You should be able to arrive in time if you make haste.
Indaratarios.
Then we had best get started. Well, this ought to be good for a few laughs at least. What do you say, Jody? She is the most imposing of the 3 masked wanderers, yeah. Jodariel turns to you, studying you. Reader, do not deceive us. Pray we make good use of our remaining time. What she means is, glad to have you aboard, chum.
Kereamios.
We're counting on you, my friend. See you inside. Freedom. The rights are the key. It is a lot to take in. Your fellow exiles await you in the wagon. Trophy earned the reader. Alright. Downside Prairie. Wow, look at this. Freaking art is fucking awesome. I love it. You arrive in Downside Prairie, where the road ahead is forked. One of the downside's only verdant regions. It only gets less hospitable as you press further north. There is a lack of consensus about which way to proceed. I'm telling you, we ought to take the northern pass. Got an associate holed up in Hollowroot I've got to pay a visit to besides. Hollowroot, the northern route to the Ridge of Gold, goes through a small exile encampment. Every so often, tempest come and scour away the huts and hovels, but they always crop back up. Fine, your associate. We best head to Blumenpool and avoid attention. The southern route to the Ridge of Gold goes through a humid area pocked with hot springs. Runoff from the sandfalls mean no bathing in the springs, so they're just there to mock you. And we get stuck in a bog while we're at it? The dispute continues as Headwind listens for a while.
Loriomatas.
What if the reader settled this? He marks the way. We get us there. If these rites are meant to test our faith, then we best learn to trust the reader's instincts on our path. No second guessing him along the way. Can we all live with that for now? Yeah, sure. If necessary.
Vistalium.
Then it's settled. Just point the way, my friend. The stars guide us through you. You may now choose a route toward your goal at certain junctures. So we got Hollowroot, the northern route. Rookie knows someone here who owes him. Okay. This is where we gotta get to, the Ridge of Gold. Or Blumenpool. Jodaro thinks she could find a rare flora here. Let's head to where he thinks someone owes him. I like the different options. As you pass through the squalid little area, you hear boisterous voices coming from what looks to be a public house. Rookie stumbles forth from it, holding something in his paws. Oh, hey chum, just wrapping up a real important exchange back there. Hang on to this for me, will you? We have to drop it off if we head further north. You received a plain parcel. You cannot tell what is inside. Trade Allium Volume 30. This can be sold at the slug market. Certain types of luxury goods somehow find their way down to the downside. Alright, so we went that way and we got an item. Okay, probably from the guy who owes him something. Something we can sell later. Okay, so if we went the other way, we probably would have got some kind of flora. black wagon grinds to a stop at the base of the Ridge of Goal. The others ask you to assist with making preparations for nightfall and the commencement of the rite. Page revealed, the first exile. Okay, so if we go here, it looks like we just move on to the right. God, this is so cool looking. And here we could check out the wagon. So we exit the wagon, of course. Can't really do anything with the robes. Oh, we can click on it. You observe the mask and robes whose old engravings and embroidery suggest a formal purpose. Some of the garments are massive, while others are so small they might fit a child. Okay. Interact to view the roster. In the common room, you may review various notes and observations about your fellow exiles and their respective paths toward enlightenment in the rites. Oh, okay. So we're like the coach, I guess. Now that I kind of get a grip of this a bit. So these are the guys that are our players technically in the rites, and we're coaching them. I guess we don't actually play as much as we collect. It looks like we collect NPCs to be our team or something. Okay. Oh, so he has high jumps, runs faster for a short time. They all have their own little abilities. His astral sign is unknown. Okay, so you can learn more about them, which is pretty cool. Talismans, masteries, enlightenment. So he's rank 1. Okay. All this will eventually learn how it works, I assume. So he's a nomad. She's a demon, obviously with those horns. So she's been transformed by living in the exile long enough. Okay. And he's a cur. Swift dog-like creatures known for their loyalty, optimism, and appreciation for the simple things. Okay. So I don't think there's a lot we could do here yet. We have this. That's a trade item. Okay. Let's just look around a little bit in here. Greentail family portrait, a reasonable likeness of a younger Rookie with his mother and uncle. Drive imp. Creatures such as these must have been bred to push the black wagon along. Huh. Headwind's cooking tins. Headwind's status, checking the surroundings. The little minstrel's still here. You observe the man slumped in the corner of the wagon, bearing some sort of stringed instrument. You sense he lives, but nothing more. It seems inopportune to ask about him now. You observe the ladder leading to the locked enclosure above the cabin. The wagon's centrifuge must be up there. It drives imps. Its drive imps stare down at you with big wet eyes. Check out the book. So we learned this is the forward. Alright, so we went on to the next page. You know perhaps the thrice cursed name of Soliamur, the Emperor of Ser, the first exile, and my liege. This chapter concerns him and those who found him in the downside. Each of us was sent to take his life. Such was the hatred for him in and around this country. Yet we found him in Soliamur, a man transformed, in body, mind, and spirit, a man deserving of much more than mercy. In time he named us all his scribes, and he became the 8th. It is my greatest honor now to share with you his deeds. To know his story is to know the rights. Alright, so that's gonna be a continuing thing here, yeah, so continue to learn more about the story, okay. Very interesting. Rookie, something on his mind. Hey chum, appreciate you taking us up through the hollow route back there. About that, are you certain that parcel will fetch us an adequate price in the slug market? Surely we could have procured some sort of rare fungus had we gone the other way. Crude trading post found on the downside. Much as I love the idea of procuring rare fungus there, Jody, we said we wouldn't go around second-guessing our good chum's decisions, right? Jodario says nothing in response, but soon changes the subject. Nightfall soon. Come along, Greentail. We have much left to prepare. He is an optimistic and well-connected cur, still clinging to his once comfortable lifestyle. The two of them soon go about rummaging through the raiments and the books strewn about the wagon, leaving you to your own devices. Okay. Can we save? It goes by checkpoint saves, okay. So let's head. I'll have to do another right and then maybe finish up. We'll see. I think there's much else to do. So it's not, before there was a little mark here like we can talk to somebody. It's gone, so I assume we've done kind of what we need to do there. As darkness falls, your fellow exiles stand together, clad in the raiments of the rites. The preparations are set. However, everything is still and calm. Soon they grow restless. Keep telling you there's nothing here. What a bunch of idiots we are. If we traveled all this way for nothing... I don't think we did. Look up. The goal of each rite is to extinguish the adversary's pyre using the celestial orb that falls from the sky.
Freedom! The stars align at last. You reach the Ridge of Goal at the appointed time, and your triumvirate is ready. Your adversaries in the rites this eve shall be the Accusers. Whose ever pyre yet burns once the other is extinguished shall step closer to freedom.
This is a wholly different map.
Now let the rites commence.
So those guys are all a lot smaller than our guys. So it's 100 to 100. Okay. The stars are aligned and your pyre burns bright. Across from your companions appear several others also clad in raiments. Your adversaries in the rites. Everyone ready? Let's hope so. Be still, we have a visitor. The one whom she refers to steps forward. At last, the Nightwings grace us with their presence. The Nightwings, the name of a triumvirate in blue. It seems your fellow exiles have assumed their identity. I see the reports of your demise have been exaggerated after all. Even I was beginning to think you were gone for good. Nobody moved save for a man robed in gold who unfastens his mask. Surprised to see old Lendl again? He's the apparent leader of the exile triumvirate you encountered at the Ridge of Goal. I trust you remember my face, though you must have assumed never to see it again after last time. Never had I come so close to freedom, only for you to dash my hopes. Now, I and the accusers shall repay that affront. An exile triumvirate clad in gold, their leader harbors ill will for something he thinks you did. He shoves his mask back on and takes position with his comrades. It is time. From the shadows you clutch the Book of Rites and focus on the task at hand.
Begin!
Oh shit.
There goes Headwind.
Ah!
Have the accusers underestimated you? The orb!
This is so kind of crazy interesting. I don't really know what to make of it. I like it because I'm a huge fan of sports, so I get to count the idea here. Obviously. It's very interesting and cool. This guy can jump really high, right? Yeah.
The orb engulfed in fire.
No, I shall not accept defeat from you again. Hear me, accuser. Stand your ground. Let your auras boil in rage. Auras boil in rage.
It seems that you have flustered the accusers.
We have rattled them. They mean to draw us out. Then we'll just have to run more circles around them.
Have
Hold
you any
circle to fling
idea
the
what
orb
that
into the
Lendl
pyre.
did to deserve his exile? Hmm?
Oh, they're trying to defend. Okay. Oh, they caught it. Shit. That wasn't what I wanted.
A deadly thwarted drive.
Ah, dodge you, bitch. Can I jump with this guy? Not very well.
Alas for Dildar.
Got it. Oh, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Oh, I could do it again. Hold circle to fling it.
A daring display. Flinging the orb into the flames like that. You
Yeah,
elude
so far this game
banishment
is
using
pretty
such
cool.
tricks.
I dig it.
Bask in the purifying flame.
This guy, our little guy, Ruko, is so fast.
Now then.
Oh, I screwed up. I thought maybe I could switch over to him real quick. Ah!
Tough luck, Nightwings.
So we're down. Everybody's down. So when you have so much time. Ha, sucker! That Foxus? No! Nice catch. Damn it!
Your demon is banished.
Oh, I landed
All
right
three
in him.
Nightwings. Poof.
Damn, we need to win one so we can get our Ruko back. He's fast. Suck it. Oh,
Wind doused the adversary's flames. No more than a lick of flame remains.
yeah, he's so
It is
fast.
done.
Beautiful.
You have prevailed. Rejoice then in your single fleeting victory.
Trophy urn, untouched flame. Alright. Nightwings.
Good old Salashe.
Your deceit may have earned you a hollow victory, but know this. The accusers will not forget your wickedness, and when next we meet, you will rue the day.
Bask now in the wisdom of the scribes. The exiled Jodariel has gained enlightenment.
Jodario.
Only the enlightened can regain their freedom.
We have withstood worse nights than this, though few is strange. Choose a mastery for Jodario. Oh man, this is cool. So conducted right, prevailed in right. So we got 500 XP there. Current enlightenment needed for next rank. So quickness. Okay, let's look over here. So we got choose a mastery. Sins of the Fallen Emperor. Rights masteries enhancing a demon's strength and physical prowess. As he fell from the downside, Solimer understood at last the consequence of his hedonistic reign. Demon's strength and physical prowess. Boons of the First Exile. Rights masteries enhancing a demon's spirit and sheer force of will. The Fallen Emperor moved past his many failings as a man, achieving selflessness in exile. So this gives us, after using a rush to launch forward, Jordario can rush again right away. Okay. After banishing an adversary, Jordario instantly recovers all her stamina. Okay. So, obviously we want to get down to these. Greater banishment, 30% longer to return. And you could fling the orb into them. Oh, that's interesting. I kind of like this one. This makes her circle larger, her aura, so she can knock out guys easier. This one gains 35, whatever, glory. So what's glory? Affects damage dealt to a Pyre. Okay. So she can do more damage to a Pyre. And banished adversaries take longer to return. Yeah, we'll go with this route.
The demon scribe bestows his favor.
And it looks like Rookie can't level up enough yet. After the rise, the accusers disappear into the darkness. As you return to the wagon, in the still night sky, you see a single star burns brighter than the rest, beckoning you onward. Awesome. During the rites, hold circle to fling the orb. The longer you charge, the more pyre damage you deal if the orb flies true. Oh, so I guess circle isn't really for long passes as much as it's for a long shot, technically.
Smadonashe.
Well, my friends, what can I say? The rites are real, and we're in. The Get It Out of Here Club. Next up on the agenda, keep chasing stars until we're free. Until we are free. Until we're free. Here, sounds fine. Might as well be us instead of Lendo back there. Anyway, guess we better start packing. As others go about their business, Headwind turns to you. Reader, come walk with me while the stars are still out. You and Headwind walk in silence for a time before he speaks up. You have questions, come, ask away. We need you in on this for the long haul. Headwind wishes to know if anything is troubling you. So here's how I guess we can learn some of the background info maybe on their character sheet. Let's ask why he was exiled. You ask Headwind what he did to get sentenced to living in the downside. He maintains eye contact and his smile. Good question, my friend. We're going to have a lot of time to discuss that and many other things. Make you a deal. Read the stars first again, and I'll tell you all about it on the way. You sense he speaks truly as he beckons toward the fading dark above. Seek out your destination. So here's where we're at, the South Star. There's a lot of other stars. Alright, but I guess we have to go with this one, right? Yeah. That's a long way north and west. We'll see if this old wagon's fit for it. Then he turns to the others. How's it going, Rookie? Imp's fat, wheels clean. Status, Jody? No sign of hollers. Everything is secure. Good. Then get some rest. We're headed to the spring of Jomir at dawn. We're off. According to the stars, the next rite shall soon commence here. The Alpha Chief hoped bathing here would cure his ailments, but it only made him itch. Alright, I think we're going to stop here. Looks like an autosave, so checkpoint. So I think we're going to stop here, and hopefully everything works out okay. There's no real save option, so it goes by checkpoints, it looks like. there is a versus mode, which is interesting. But I think that's good for our first vid. We did a couple of rights. We won our first one. Before we head into the wagon and talk to people or do whatever, we'll stop. And then we'll move on. So thanks for watching. This game already is pretty awesome. I expect really not much less from Supergiant Games at this point. I really enjoy all their stuff. So I'll see you guys later in part 2. Take care.